Hello and welcome! Silrace here with Star Citizen, and this is my impressions on the Hornet Ghost. It's an infiltration ship, and obviously it being infiltration ship means it's black, right? Because black means infiltration. I don't know how that actually works, but black means infiltration. Anyway, jokes aside, it is an anvil ship and it is a Hornet. So if you know those two things, you know exactly how the ship looks. All right. Obviously, I already showed it off, but yeah, let's talk about that. But first, let's talk about cockpit and all that stuff, and have a little bit of a flight with it to see how fast it goes, so on. So it's an anvil ship that dictates the design a little bit. I am doing this maneuvering here on purpose because this panel here in the middle obviously obstructs your vision a little bit. But other than that, the cockpit is fairly open, the same way it's on basically all of the Hornets. But as you can see, you can lose entire asteroids and space stations and ships and Death Stars behind that particular panel here in the middle. So something to keep in mind. Other than that though, the cockpit is really open. You can like see in the all directions, except below. The HUD elements are nice and unobtrusive, like they don't get in your way, and I really like this dual joystick look design here. But the HUD elements nicely built into the you know, panels inside the cockpit, so they don't get in your way when you're looking around and stuff. Just remember or be mindful of this middle panel here. So let's fly around a little bit, see how fast this thing goes, all of that stuff. 220, it's actually slower than the tracker. The tracker, I believe, goes 225, but it still has a little bit of speed to it, which is kind of nifty. It's kind of nice. It's fairly maneuverable, fairly maneuverable. And as you can see, like if you take a look at the middle panel here, like you can really lose things behind it. Might be a bit of an issue. Let's park it right here. Now, gimbal mount on the guns. Absolutely fantastic stuff. So there is that. I suppose let's get out of the cockpit and talk about the ship from the outside. So, oh, right. Well, actually, I showed this off to first already, So, it's an anvil design, and it's a Hornet. So, these things, all the Hornets essentially look basically the same. Let's get out of this cockpit.
Warning.
And I will talk about that from the outside. I have done one of these as well of the Super Hornet, because on my channel before, because I do actually own the Super Hornet, and there is a reason I own the Super Hornet. Alright, let's get out of the sun glare from that particular thing. Whoa, oh, okay, what? Okay, that was a weird lag spike or whatever that was. Very strange. Haven't seen one of those in ages. Alright, but let's ignore that. Okay, so Hornet design. All the Hornets essentially look like this. I suppose if this is supposed to represent the Hornet as we have it on Earth, maybe, possibly. I mean, it's 4 wings after all, and the, you know, the tail and all that stuff. But it's a fat target from above and below, so if you're doing strafing runs or fighting one of these, you might want to come at it from above or below to get the biggest, you know, surface area to shoot at. From the front and rear, it's a little bit smaller target, because, well, it's wide, yes, but it's not a ball in shape. So it's a as you can see, it's kind of wide, but not it's kind of flat also. From the rear it's a little bit bigger target because there is that massive thruster at the back. Just like all the Hornets, there is one big thruster here, which can be kind of easy to hit if you get behind this thing, like, you know, you see that this massive thruster housing, just shoot at it. Anyways, but it's black in color because it's an infiltration ship, and that always kind of makes me always a little bit skeptical of, like, okay, why is it black if the name is infiltration? Anyway, it should be in camouflage colors, right? Space camouflage colors, right? Have it be a chameleon ship, so it changes color depending on what is in the background. All right, enough of that. Although, opinions and impressions on the Ghost. Frankly, I don't know why you would get the Ghost over the other Hornets. Kind of like the Tracker, as I mentioned on the Tracker as well. I don't know why you would get the Ghost over the others. But if somebody can enlighten me exactly why you would get the Ghost over, like, Super Hornet, over the, you know, actual Hornet, let me know. Because I honestly don't know. I honestly can't figure out why I would get this over them. I love the Hornet cockpit design, it's so open, you can see very well, aside of that one vertical panel in the middle, you can see very well out of it. I love the way you get out of the cockpit, and here the black coloring just rubs me off wrong as well a little bit. So that's one thing on my impressions, which is a little bit of negative for the Ghost. I know people are into black and whatnot, but for this kind of a ship, just, you know, ship design, I don't really see the reason or the need to have it in black. But overall it's an anvil ship, and it's a Hornet. That means you know exactly how it looks. And if you didn't know before, now you do, because all of the Hornets look like this. Some of them have a turret on top here, like for example the Super Hornet has a turret, which another person can get into, you know, mount into that turret, and start shooting at the enemies while you fly the ship around. Anyways, no reason to drag this on any more than that. There are basically my impressions on the Hornet Ghost. Thank you very much for watching.